How strong are you?
Not as strong as I once was. Things start to fall apart when you stop caring. And I stopped caring a long time ago.
And here we go.
It's the comic book bullies.
Man, you come right out of a comic book.
It's the comic book bullies.
You will bow down before me!
It's the comic book bullies.
Now I am the master.
It's the comic book bullies. It's the comic book bullies. Welcome back to the Comic Book Bullies. There's the bully, me host Leroy, aka the Full Metal Botanist, with my co-host.
Yeah, this is Eli, aka Moose Knuckles.
There you go. That is definitely sexual. we knew a girl we used to call her that. We're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there. Anybody know what we mean? We know what we mean. But yeah, we're back with another episode. We're just gonna just jump into it. And like I said, we got a full show for a slow show. So we made something out of
full
nothing.
slow show.
Full slow show. You know how you got like the toothpaste at the very bottom and you like squeeze it? That's what this show is. But we're gonna make it work. But first thing, Eli, we're gonna start because we made a bet last week. We made a bet, and I am so confident in this bet that I'm betting it on the very first thing on the show. You said you were gonna sell us on Riverdale.
Oh shit, we did say that.
We did say that. Just start off the rip, give it to us, because I am so confident in it that you could lead the show with this.
Okay.
What you got for me?
Nothing.
Damn. you was in the moment at the time.
Do you like comic books?
Sure.
You like Riverdale?
I mean, Riverdale's a comic book, so
yeah,
it's a comic book show. So
yeah.
Okay.
Do you like hot chicks?
Do I?
oh, there she is.
There's one of them. There she is. Yeah.
Yeah. Cheryl Blossom.
Whatever her name is. I just saw that and I was like, oh yeah, that's what he likes to show. Okay. Yeah.
She's on there. She's on there. Making out with
the plot.
Yeah, making out with other hot chicks. And you got Veronica, Betty and Veronica. It's free.
Do they make out too?
Betty and Veronica. Well, Veronica was banging Archie. Of course, Archie bangs everybody. Archie's everybody, Yeah. But no, it's teen drama. But see, it's a darker take. I never gave a shit about Archie growing up. I never gave a shit. I was aware of that Archie and Josie and the
Here's the thing: if they had drawn Betty and Veronica like Psylocke and Rogue in those comics, you might have been into them at the time.
Yeah, I mean, I never got into them, but it wasn't until the Archie horror line.
Now you look at Archie like, you know what? Let me give Archie a try.
But I didn't get into the Archie comics until they started doing the horror books. Jughead the Hunger, where Jughead's a werewolf, Vampironica, vampires, Afterlife with Archie, the zombies and Sabrina, the chilling adventures of Sabrina.
She's tied into it. Josie and the Pussycats.
Those were dark.
Like
comics,
Archie cinematic universe.
Yeah, and that was some dark ass shit. The Sabrina comics were pretty cool. I was like, whoa. And then I started watching this shit. Mostly because my kid was into it, and I just started watching it. I was watching Supergirl and Arrow and all that other CW shit, and then here was Archie. I was like, okay. And it's a darker take on the Archie universe. It's more like like horror, murder, mystery, crime, drama, less bubblegum pop. There is that stuff in there. There is like teen drama and teen romance and all that shit you'd expect from a CW teen show, but it's more darker. And every season has a different theme. The first season was like Twin Peaks because Jason Blossom died, Cheryl's brother. They were trying to figure out who that was, and you find out how corrupt and fucked up that town is. Season 2 was like the Black Hood, who was an old DC villain. He was a serial killer on the show. And it was like Zodiac or Seven. It was like who was the serial killer killing all these people? Season 3 was like a cult, like a satanic cult that was sprouted out of like this Dungeons and Dragons game. what was it called? Wizards and Warlocks or some shit. I
Like
can't
their
remember.
version of it, but yeah.
Yeah, but it was like a Dungeons and Dragons type game, and like this satanic cult, which witches coven grew out of it and shit. And each season has a different theme. Now, this past season, they went full blown superhero. They're all the X-Men now. Yeah, Cheryl, the chick you just showed up, she's Phoenix. She's literally got the Phoenix Force.
Well, there you go. Let's fan cast it. Let's fan cast it right now. Hey, MCU is doing it.
Yeah.
Give me this. I will buy all the dollars for that. It's Dark Phoenix. So,
Jean Grey right there.
right there.
It's a guilty pleasure. I will admit I do watch it for the eye candy.
Sure you do.
And but yeah, I mean, it gets, it takes, it's why I like slasher movies. And like Stephen King, he takes like suburban Americana and sort of deconstructs it and shows
there's something
dark,
deeper and darker going on.
The dark underbelly, like John Carpenter did in Halloween and Texas Chainsaw and Wes Craven.
Like Jordan Peele didn't get out.
Yeah. Taking suburban Americana, all these, these bougie folks went out to the suburbs to get away from the crime of the inner city and end up becoming just as fucked up, even more fucked up than the poverty of the urban environments and shit. And that's what I like about slasher movies and Stephen King. And that's what basically Riverdale is. It's a dark take on deconstruction of American suburbia. So
nice. And like I said,
and yes, I watch it.
Right,
it
and if that don't sell you,
Veronica. Yes,
that's the reason to watch it. So there you go.
Yeah.
So hopefully we have sold you on the show.
Yeah. Come for the ass, stay for the lore.
Like buying a Playboy. You know what? This is a good ass article.
After I busted one, I can read this.
Right.
These cartoons are funny.
Let's see what else this this thing has to offer. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
All right. So we had filibustered enough. Reason I want to bring that up, well, one, because of the ass. The other reason was because we're going to segue into something else. Like I said, we want to talk about Archie. We want to talk about Riverdale because that is based on a comic book. Not your typical comic book. There's no flights and tights and stuff like that. But I'm going to start off with a review. Eli, I know you're the movie guy. I know you do the raw reviews and stuff like that. And I sit back, usually go smoke a cigarette while you're doing that. But this episode, I'm going to pull my weight.
All right.
So yeah. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is not that. Yeah.
I'll share the link while you
go for it. While I filibuster and just yak off. So Samaritan is what we're going to talk about.
Oh, did you watch that? I did not watch that.
I watched it. I'll let you know whether or not it's worth watching a thing like that. So by tone, I think you can already tell. You're like, oh, it's like Tekken. Like, no, it's not like that. No. So the reason I'm doing Samaritan because basically Samaritan is a Sylvester Stallone movie, not a TV show. I thought it was a TV show coming out. It's actually a movie. And it's on Amazon Prime. I had no idea what it is because there's so much stuff popping on so many streaming shows. I don't know what's what. All I got to do is just go to my voice command, put in Samaritan, just go, oh, it's on this. Watch it. Okay. So I didn't know if it was on Hulu, Netflix, whatever. It came out. It's on TV, and I just decided to watch it because I'm not going anywhere to watch anything. So what is it about? It's pretty much every superhero movie ever. What you expect. It's Sylvester Stallone playing some old superhero that's retired. He's back. He's doing blah, blah, blah. He's invincible. He's this and that. It's got only thing that can kill him is this one thing, which is this hammer that belonged to his brother. All the tropes. It's all there. What else? Some evil dude is taking over the city. And for some reason, he has a coat like Bane. I think they really wanted you to think he was Bane. So, yeah.
Oh,
and that's the plot. But here's the thing about it. When Sylvester Stallone's in it, Sylvester Stallone is in it. I mean, he sells the movie. That's what you expect. But the thing is, it's not his movie. It's that kid's movie. It's one of those movies. So, yeah. So that's the thing. That kid, he sucks. Sorry. So that's one thing that hold me back about this movie. So, I mean, like I said, if you're going to be a kid actor in these movies, you're going to carry the movie, you got to be good. He was just annoying, whiny, stuff like that. But it's like, I'm like, why am I watching this shit? But then when Sylvester Stallone pops up, you're like, oh, that's what I'm watching. So Sylvester Stallone is bringing star power to this basically CW level movie. except for the ending. The ending is pretty much what you expected. It's like the movie wanted to sell itself as what if Rambo had superpowers. The third act was that, pretty much that. But it's PG-13. You can't go all out, but it's gives you just enough. You're like, oh, okay, Rambo has superpowers. He be this guy, and the third act gives you that. But until you get to the third act, it is a slog. It is there. It's something to watch. It's not like completely boring, but if it's like some in the background, it's there. It's something that deserves to be on streaming. This would not make,
Well, I did see a post from one of our colleagues, an acquaintance, on our timeline that said this movie is better than all the Marvel movies.
I saw that post also. Everybody loves hot takes. Everybody loves hot takes. I know it. Yeah, I don't know if that's shitting on Marvel or boosting it. I don't know what he's trying to do. I don't know. It's like because maybe, but no, not really. No, this movie is not really worth watching because it's like every superhero movie ever. But of course, with every superhero trope, there's always a twist. There's a twist in this movie also. If you've ever seen a movie before, you will guess the twist of this movie 5 minutes into watching it. I'm not going to say what it is, but if you can't guess it, your brain dead. That's just pretty much what it is. So yeah. Is it better than every Marvel movie at DC? No, it's not. This is not the 90s anymore. Marvel and both Marvel and DC have surpassed movies like Steel and shit like that. That's what I put this shit on. It's that level. It's 90s level, Okay. But like I said, there is some enjoyment out of it, but not a whole lot of it, but it's there. So if you got nothing else to do, watch it. Because I know people were wondering about what is the Samaritan. It was like, it was a movie. It was something I watched. So wish I could have more enthusiasm for you. But overall, I give the movie I give it a 3 out of 5 because of the third act. Because the third act, they did go balls to the wall. And I was like, where the fuck was this the whole time? If you did this more in the movie, I would have, maybe get your higher score. But overall, 3 out of 5 average score. Now, the reason I'm saying is because people are going out their way calling this a comic book movie. That rubs me the wrong way. Eli, I know you told me to stop looking too deep into this stuff, but I'm sorry, I got to go there. When people call stuff like this is not a comic book movie. Why? Because it's not based on a comic. You can't be a comic book movie if you're not based on a comic. Comics are not a medium. Comics are a genre. Just like Riverdale is based on a comic, so it is a comic book show. Just like Arrow, just like Flash, just like Sandman, or something like that. Just because you've got a whole bunch of tropes in it, don't make it a comic book movie. Just got your whole bunch of tropes in jump scares, shit like that. Like Doctor Strange has a bunch of horror trope movies. It didn't make it a horror movie. So you just can't just lump everything together. And that's why I was saying, like, and I see what Amazon and Netflix with all I think Jamie Foxx had like a superhero movie last year and Raising Dion, stuff like that. They don't want to pay the rights for these licenses, so they try to make up their own shit and just ape off the tropes. But the problem is, all it is just derivative. So it's like, why am I watching this shit if I can just watch something else? So now I'm ranting. I don't want to rant. Like, the movie is fine. That's all. It's fine. Better than anything DC and Marvel. Man, fuck no, man. What the hell? I know everybody wants to do hot takes. I know everybody wants to say something just to get. You know what? Maybe I should say that and just make that the thumbnail. Better than Marvel and DC. Just so people can click on it, just see what they say. But I'm not gonna do that. Yeah.
And then they hear me talking about Riverdale.
Right. Now, see, this chick got the fattest ass than this chick. All right, so that's all I got. So up, you're up next.
I saw a movie.
You did see a movie.
I saw Beast.
Yes, a movie that's actually in the theaters.
The lion movie. It's basically Jaws with a lion. And I'm a sucker for a creature feature. I like my monster movies. And this one, it wasn't bad. It's got Idris Elba. He's taking his daughters on an African safari trip. Basically after their mother died, the wife died, and they're sort of mourning. They're in mourning, and he's trying to connect. You can tell that the relationships have soured, and he's trying to reconnect with his daughter. So he takes them on this African safari trip, and they ended up getting attacked by a lion.
But he's American, this movie, right? His family's American.
Yeah, he's American.
Okay. Even though real life he's not American, but yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and then they basically have to survive this lion out to get them. This poachers they explain it like poachers have killed that lion's pride, so now he's like a rogue lion that's going around stake and claim the
This time
territories.
it's personal.
Yeah,
Oh, I love those
and
type of movies. Okay.
and so they touch upon how poachers fuck up animal habitats and all that
The
shit.
ecosystem and all that. Which
Yeah,
Prey did also. Yeah.
yeah. And the human drama is what sold it for me. I mean, the performances were great. Idris Elba totally ate the fucking screen. I don't know if he's gotten an Oscar yet or he's ever been nominated for anything, but he was serving, especially the human moments, the human drama moments. He was, he nailed it. And as for horror, it's okay. It was a little light on gore, but that's just me as a horror fan. I want to see all the carnage. But there were some cool, intense moments that, and it was a brisky 90 minutes, in and out, boom. It's a monster movie, quick in and out. That's all you need. You don't have to fucking weigh it down with, hours and hours of bullshit. Zack Snyder, making a zombie movie 3 hours.
Like, why? But okay.
But no, I enjoyed it, yeah, I mean, it was cool. It was fun. It was just a fun creature feature. CGI, yeah, the lines were CGI.
I was just about to ask that. Could you tell line with CGI? Okay.
Yeah, you could tell. I didn't give a shit.
We want Idris Elba fighting a real lion. Like, no.
Yeah. Yeah, my main complaint is, it could have used some more kills and blood, that's it.
I mean, it's a lion movie. You expect that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you remember Ghost in the Darkness back in the 90s? It's kind of like that. Or it is better than the Megan Fox. I don't know, did you see that Megan Fox movie where she's a mercenary and they're like a bunch of like a squad of mercenaries in Africa and they
hell no
happen upon a poacher and it's basically soldiers versus a lion.
No, it sounds familiar, but I'm pretty sure like no.
It was on. I think it was on Hulu. I watched it free on Hulu. I'm like, oh shit, Megan Fox, versus a hungry lion. Sure, with guns and machine guns and shit. Sure, they killed an afternoon. I totally forgot about it, but yeah, it was cool. I'll give it a 3.5 out of 5. It wasn't great, but it was a fun monster flick. Or creature feature. It's a lion. They exist in real life.
I heard he's getting his ass kicked at the box office. Dragon Ball beat it last week. The Invitation beat it this week. Whatever the hell that is.
Oh, that's another.
You ever seen Ready or Not?
Yeah, I did see that.
The chick with the bride. I like that movie. I saw it a couple weeks ago.
The ending's great. I love that ending.
The ending is great. The Invitation reminds me too much of that. It's like it's that movie. It's just that. Just redo it. Like,
yeah, it's like a horror movie. Yeah, I know it's a horror flick.
So I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, we can move on past that. So now this is what we're gonna talk about. Now we got a lot of people asking. Well, nobody's asking, but people are asking about when is Thor: Love and Thunder gonna drop on Disney Plus? Like I said, normally supposed to have like a 45-day turnaround. It's been more than 45 days. So where is the movie? So apparently Disney Plus is waiting till September 8th to drop it. And September 8th is supposed to be Disney Plus Day. Gonna put up a thing. There we go. Put that over. Just some things that are dropping on Disney Plus. Like I said, you got not only Love and Thunder is dropping, but a behind the scenes dropping also. Obi-Wan is dropping a behind the scenes on there.
Oh yeah.
So
they do that with all the shows. They're
Yeah. Why they took so long though? You think they would have dropped Obi-Wan like now? They waited till what? 2 months later?
Yeah.
But
I mean, I do think it's kind of cool that I don't have to go buy the DVD to get the extras.
But that's true. That's true. It's there, so you watch it. Yeah. Also, Pinocchio. Now, I think that's the live action with Tom Hanks. I think it's that one. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think all the Dance with the Stars are going to be on there. Probably some more stuff also. So I think September the 8th will be like some special day that Disney's been waiting for. So you're waiting for Thor: Love and Thunder. That's the day. You watch it then. See what you think about it. See if you hate it as much as the internet did. Yeah. You say which one?
It's like next week, right?
Oh yeah, it is next week.
Coming up.
Yeah, it's quick. Oh, and She-Hulk episode 4. I guess we should briefly talk about She-Hulk episode 2. Eli, did you like it?
I loved it. Yeah.
Cool. We talked about it. All right, let's move on.
I like the show. Fuck everybody.
Right. No, it's woke, Oh man. Anyway, Speaking of Marvel and DC, we can talk about this big news that DC apparently had. I don't know if this is confirmed now. I think I saw this on the Hollywood Reporter, but apparently DC has found their Kevin Feige. Now, I don't know if anybody been keeping up with DC and the shit show they've been doing lately, but they've been pretty much canceling everything. Like everything is gone. Today, I saw that they canceled a Nightwing movie. I didn't really even announced a Nightwing movie, but they canceled it. So yeah, so that's what's going on now. So, and the thing is, like the new boss, the boss of Discovery, who owns Warner Brothers, said he's canceling everything, and he's pretty much going to have DC make their own Kevin Feige, and they're going to put together a 10-year plan, like Kevin Feige claims to do. People say whether or not that is true, but that's the thing. And they found their guy. This guy, whoever this guy is. Okay, yeah, whatever. That guy. Okay. I'm not gonna learn his name until he restores the Snyderverse. So that's that. Just joking. That's Dan Lim. That's Dan Lim. He did Lego Batman, did some other stuff like that. As far as the Kevin Feige of DC, is he that? I think that's some big shoe to say. First off, that's a ludicrous statement to even make. Like, let's go find a Kevin Feige. Like, people just go find a Kevin Feige. Like, this is like saying, oh, you want to win an NBA championship? Just go find a LeBron James. Just go find another one. Just down the street, just go get one. Like, you can't do that. Kevin Feige was forged in fire. Like, he didn't just pop out of nowhere. He went through all this shit, all those shitty ass Marvel movies. He was there on the X-Men, Fantastic Four. He was there. Ghost Rider. He was there. Punisher, like the 04 one. Yeah, he was there on all that shit. And he learned what not to do with those movies. Everything he did, he was like, okay, when I get my own studio, this is what I'm not going to do. And that's not even talking about the Fantastic Four and the X-Men. When he first got to Marvel and MCU, he wasn't even in charge then. He still had another racist ass boss over him that didn't want Black Panther as a movie, didn't want Captain Marvel as a movie, didn't want Black Widow as a movie, didn't want Shang-Chi as a movie. Why? Because he's a fucking racist. So he had to wait to get that guy out before he could even make those movies. So Kevin Feige didn't just drop out of the sky and just make it. No, he was forced to fire. So you want this guy to be Kevin Feige, he needs to go through the same crucible that Kevin Feige went through. Then he will have my respect. Until then, I don't know this guy's name, because he's probably gonna be here next week anyway. And the fucked up part about it is that they had a Kevin Feige, they had Jeff Johns, and then he turned out to be a piece of shit, and we didn't know that. So yeah, I don't know. DC can't win for losing. I don't know. Oh, and that I meant to talk about like Batgirl. They also canceled Batgirl. One of the actors on the Batgirl movie was pleading with David Zaslav, don't destroy the movie, because that's the rumor going on right now that David Zaslav is just going to wipe the movie off the face of the earth. Nobody will see it. Like, he's going to destroy it, like throw it in a volcano or some shit.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah, but hey, that's business.
They'd rather lose 50 billion or whatever they lost in the stocks or whatever.
Right. Or leaving bad customer reviews because people seeing how they treat customers. People see that shit. Other talent. Like Christopher Nolan don't even want to fool with Warner Brothers anymore because of the shit they pulled last year. So when you start doing stuff like this, what makes think people want to work with you? Yeah, so you got to think about building relationships going.
Like, I'm actually thinking about dropping HBO. You know, now that they're getting like,
now they got rid of everything.
Yeah, they kept. The only reason I kept it is because they were dumping all the movies last year on there. You know, I get to watch The Matrix and Dune and all the
movies that I wouldn't have watched, but it's there.
Suicide Squad and The Sopranos and all that shit. I get to watch all that shit, and because they was going on streaming, and that's why I kept it. And now it's like, well, shit, if they're getting rid of all that other shit, then like, why do I really keep it? What am I watching, like, other than Harley?
Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
that's about it.
And I'm not even watching.
Right. I don't know. Maybe I get around to finishing The Wire. I don't know. Let's see what's
Yeah, I never finished that either.
They said it gets better after season 2. Season 2 kind of let me off because like everybody left, and then now they start talking about some workers or dockers or something. I don't give a fuck about these people. Yeah, but it's the greatest show ever. So whatever. I can't say I don't like Wire or Game of Thrones. Otherwise, I'll get ran across the street. So I'm gonna keep that to myself. Anybody listen to this podcast, keep it to yourself. Don't tell anybody else. So yeah. Eli, you are up. Yeah.
Am I? What am I up now?
Yeah.
Oh, Hellraiser. I forgot.
Yeah.
Okay, Hellraiser. So Hulu announced years ago that they're doing a Hellraiser movie exclusively for their streaming service. And then they've announced that it was going to be a woman playing Pinhead, which pissed off a bunch of fans who are, I guess, really not that big of a fans, because in the original novel that Clive Barker wrote, The Hellbound Heart, the Hell Priest or whatever, the Pinhead character was not so much a man, or was like an androgynous character. That is really didn't have a gender. So it's been kind of controversial. But now this week they finally dropped a trailer for this thing. I saw it and I was not impressed. All it is like a still photo of Pinhead with the Hellraiser logo scrolling across the screen. It looked like somebody's Kickstarter fucking campaign.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. These streaming movies that is just dumping left and right. That's kind of what we're getting. This,
Yeah, and
people saying this is the future of cinema. No, it's not. It's really not.
And the thing about Hellraiser, most of those movies suck. I'm gonna keep it real. I only like the only ones I liked were the ones that Clive Barker directed, 1 and 2. The rest,
1 and 2, okay,
pretty much suck.
How many did it have?
There's a lot. There was one that came out just a few years ago. It's had such a checkered past with these movies, and it deserves like a fresh remake, a good big budget modern remake.
Because Pinhead is one of the more iconic movie monsters out there.
Yeah. And the thing is, Hellraiser is just so high concept that what makes that the movies suffer from being low budget. You can't do Hellraiser low budget or it's gonna suck. Clive Barker made it work, when he directed, because he directed those movies too. But most of them are just cheap, straight to video crap. And I can't say I'm not a big Clive Barker fan. I did like his movies, Hellraiser. I have read some of the books of blood. Cabal, I love Cabal and Nightbreed. Nightbreed's another one. He directed that, but it suffers from a low budget. That deserves a modern take because that's like the Star Wars of monster movies. And it just needs a bigger scope and just needs an epic scale. And it deserves like a bigger budget. But he didn't have that back then. It has a close place to my heart because I love the story. But, it needed money, And that same thing with Hellraiser. It just deserves a modern take, with better effects, bigger budget. And
but the thing is, with horror movies, they're kind of scared to put big budget behind horror movies. There are some out there, but for the most part, they kind of stay away. That's kind of the reason they make horror movies, because they make them for cheap.
Yeah, and this trailer, I'm like, it didn't sell me, especially
everything can't be it,
Yeah, and it's like, okay, here's your chance, the new Hellraiser movie, the fresh modern take of this franchise, this beloved franchise, and that's what you give us. That's what you're trying to sell us on, is this cheap still photo. So I was like, that's the thing. It's like, it's how the internet is. The internet sucks. You have the half the assholes are bitching because Pinhead is a woman. I never read the original books. Right. It's woke trash agenda. It's woke and all this bullshit.
We already know what they hate women. Yeah. So they're just using that to, fulfill whatever kind of propaganda they're bought into. So
it's PC, it's woke, blah, 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 blah. Not realizing that Clive Barker is openly gay and he wrote these characters to be androgynous and not really have genders.
Right.
And then you have the other half, the ultra woke folks who are like, if you don't like this, then you're transphobic, you're anti-gay and all this shit.
Right. So you're not allowed to just not like it.
You're not allowed to not like it. And so I was like, oh shit, that doesn't look very good. You need to sell this. You need to sell me more on this Hellraiser thing. Because this is dropping next month, October 7th or whatever. It's a month away. And this is the trailer you're going to give us. Just this cheap little, looks like it was made on like Windows Movie Maker,
So Eli, there's only 2 ratings you can give the movie to come out. It's either the greatest movie ever, or you're a transphobic piece of shit. It's one or the other.
Or you're a fucking politically correct woke, agenda,
blue-haired,
lefty liberal propaganda.
Right. Or you're paid off by Hellraiser,
baby killing and shit.
Right. Or they're paying you under the table or something.
Yeah. And that's the thing is Pinhead became the face of Hellraiser. Here's the thing about Hellraiser and the Hellbound Heart. Pinhead was the leader of the Cenobites. The Cenobites are a group of demons or whatever, or these interdimensional beings. There's a group of them. Hellraiser is just the one
I got
that
hungry.
broke
You
out.
just saying that, so yeah.
Yeah. But it was the 80s. They were looking for their next Jason or Freddy or Michael Myers or Chucky. And then, hey, let's make Pinhead the new slasher. Pinhead isn't a slasher. Pinhead's like a demon.
They
a group
put
of
him
demons.
in that category. But
They put him in that, but he's not. I mean, the original Hellraiser. What I love about the original Hellraiser is it mashes up all these genres. There is slasher elements, but Hellraiser is not a slasher movie. It's more of a supernatural, supernatural horror.
Mm-hmm.
But there's slasher elements because Julia is killing dudes to give the blood of their victims to Frank, who is trying to gather flesh to come back to life. So there is like a bit of a body count, but no, Hellraiser isn't stalking or Pinhead isn't stalking teenagers in a forest. You know what I mean? So he's not a slasher, but he gets labeled as a slasher. And so I think that's fans are like, oh, they're changing. It's not Doug Bradley, the original actor. This movie's going to suck. They got a woman. It's woke trash. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, Doug Bradley hasn't even been in all the Hellraiser movies either. He hasn't played, hey, Fat T's in the house. Yes, demons to some, angels to others. Clive Barker has some awesome dialogue, especially in that first Hellraiser movie. A lot of death metal bands were inspired by that movie and sampled those, some of those quotes. But yeah, I need to see more. I need to see something else from this, because what they showed, that trailer, I wasn't feeling it.
So.
And it's not because I'm transphobic, and it's I was like, damn, that looks like shit. It looks cheap. Like, is that
right?
Like it looks like, are you just selling me one of the old cheap straight to DVD
now,
movies?
Eli, if I see you wearing a shirt doing that Hellraiser poster saying "No, ma'am," then I know what's going on here. Okay, I already know.
and they gotta. I mean, I've seen some of the concept art. I should have grabbed that. Should have grabbed some of the concept art because hot ass Pinhead. I'm for it. Shit, did you see Megan Thee Stallion last year?
Yes. Did you see her as Sailor Moon this year?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I should have had that post. I should have had that up anyway.
Yes,
Hulu
I think.
Prey. Well, see, Prey is different. Prey is different because Prey was going to be in the theaters. It was always designed to be in the theaters. But because of that whole Fox Disney merger bullshit went on, and they didn't want the rights to go to HBO Max to get it. That's why. But that's the difference why Prey, because I was watching Prey, I was like, why the fuck is this on streaming? This should be in the movies. Like, well, I don't know why, because what stream, like Samaritan is streaming shit. That shit don't need to be in the theaters.
Yeah.
So
but yeah, this looks like another cheap ass straight to DVD Hellraiser movie, judging by this trailer, and I'm a little worried. Because I was excited, but after they dropped this, I'm like, really? You're a month away from the release, and this is what you're giving us? I don't know, man. Eli,
they set themselves up for this, man, because, like I said, because it's Hulu, so that means I'm going to watch it also. Yeah. So I might say the movie is a piece of shit, and then I might get labeled, a transphobic, feminist, anti-feminist piece of shit, I'm part of No Ma'am, the national organization of did I say it right? National Organization Against Amazonian Masterhood. I think I said it right. Okay. I
don't even know what the fuck that
is. Married with Children? Come on. You remember Married with Children?
Oh, that's
it. Albert.
The He-Man Woman Hater Club or something.
Yeah, so shit. That's all these guys. Anytime they start talking shit about She-Hulk and Captain Marvel, I'm like, yep, you're part of No Ma'am. I remember that. Okay.
Yeah, their pussies get all hurt and shit. Like, oh,
right.
They start manstrating and shit.
Right.
Their man boobs get all chafed and shit. Their fragile baby nuts get all fucking shrunk and shit.
Oh man.
But Fat T's right. It could be good. You never know. It could be good. I just like. They came out with it like you're a month away. You're trying to sell us a movie and you drop this cheap ass trailer. I'm like, that don't look good.
Yeah.
Maybe in a couple weeks they'll finally show us like a full trailer. But I just thought, oh shit, really? That's it? Because I saw Hellraiser trailer, boom, and then I'm like, that's it.
Okay. Tell you what, Eli, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. We're gonna do
Yeah,
a
I'ma
joint
watch
review on
it.
it because
I'm gonna
normally
watch
I'd be
it,
like,
yes.
nah, I ain't watching shit. I will watch it. I would just sit through. I'd be like Clockwork Orange, like, shit. What we talk? Okay, next, moving on past that. Now we're gonna talk about video game section. Just want to hit some quick topics real quick.
Fat T's favorite game.
Madden 23 is that his favorite game? I guess
Madden,
it's everybody's favorite game.
Every
It's
Madden is a favorite game.
everybody's favorite game. Okay, Fat T, if I'm about to make a general comment, I'm hoping it doesn't include you, but if it includes you, no offense. But the thing is, I had to put a disclaimer up first. I'm tired of every time a new Madden comes out, everybody always act like this new Madden just came out is the worst Madden ever. And the last Madden was the best, and it'll never match up to what they did last year. And then when the new Madden comes out the next year, they do the same cycle over again. This new Madden sucks, and it's nothing like this game that we just played that you just trashed when it came out. They do the cycle over and over again. Why do they do this when, honestly, I can't even tell the difference between any of these games? They look the exact same.
Game, right?
They all the same game. They look the exact same since 2012. So what the fuck are people arguing about? Oh, this game is nothing like last year. Like, what are you saying? What do you say? Is it like the blue dress, green dress thing that caught the meme last time? I don't know what the hell's going on. So people are like freaking out. Fat T, tell me what are you saying? What are you saying that I can't see? Sight beyond sight. What do you say?
I haven't played Madden since 19.
Oh damn!
Like
you
2
said
years ago.
Oh, damn! You had me thinking that Fat T was some kind of like Madden diehard, cultist or something.
21.
21. yeah, Fat T. That was 2 years ago. No, last year. That was last year.
What's the difference? Is there a fart button? The fart feature or something like
that? The fart feature doesn't work like it used to. It used to be circled. Now it's X. Like, what the fuck, man?
The boner feature. Yeah, when I tackle somebody, I get a boner.
They do it every year, man. It's like you can set your clock to it. You can set your watch to it. I'm sick of it. It's the same fucking game. Stop complaining that this game isn't like last year when there is no difference. I promise you, if I
Call
gave
of Duty,
Madden Call of Duty, the same fucking game every year. Why? Why they do it? And I'm not complaining about it. If you like it, that's fine. But stop complaining that this one isn't as good as the one you just played. If you put the other one in there, you can't tell the difference. And if you like the other one so much, play the fucking other one. Why you keep buying shit every year if you're gonna complain about it anyway?
They change the controllers every time?
No, they don't change shit. It's the same damn thing. They don't change the graphics. They don't change anything. So
there's some in fighting games like, damn it, this was like the special move, and now it's not.
Oh yeah, like, you get your ass whooping. I've done it with Tekken before. I'm like, oh, I've never played Tekken 7, but I'm pretty sure it's like Tekken 6. Play it. Gabe ain't here, but Gabe like beat the brakes off my ass on Tekken last time we played. I'm like, none of this shit works like I thought it was gonna do. But yeah, so fighting games is different. But man, okay, Fat T, you ain't played since last year. I ain't played Madden since 2011 or some shit like that. I bet I can pick that shit up and know the same damn control that was back in 2011, back on the PS3 or whenever that shit came out. So
I was never into Madden. I was an NFL Blitz kind of guy.
Actually, you know what I was? NFL 2K. NFL 2K5 is still to this day the best football game ever. Madden has not made a game yet better than that game. And I'll die on that hill. Let's see what we got. Changed game controller 5 years ago to give or take.
New engine is trash. The physics are trash.
You know what? I give you 5 years. I give you 5 years. Okay, 5 years. Let's see. 2022. Maybe 5 years. Okay. 2017. Okay, maybe they did change the engine there, but still, you had 5 years to get used to the engine. I mean, damn. I don't know.
Facts.
So that's me. I don't know. Why are we ranting about Madden? Neither one. That's the last thing people want to hear. We comic book folks, and we sitting there talking about football. Why? Nobody wants to hear us talk about that shit.
Talking balls, yo. Let's get
talking about. Is that still? I'm pretty sure that's still a thing. I think that's a thing. Go listen to Talking Balls.
There's still a thing. I subscribe to them. I just saw this.
The other day. You know what? ESPN be so glad. We need football and basketball bad because ESPN is suffering right now. Last week I saw them doing the World National Hacky Sack Championship. I'm like, what the fuck? Why? I don't want to watch no damn hacky sack. What the fuck are these?
Oh, the Haudenosaunee. Hey, Trav, did the Mohawks win the what did they place? Third in the lacrosse tournament? I was watching lacrosse on ESPN Plus because I got ESPN Plus.
You're cultured, okay?
Yeah, well, that's huge. Trav's tribe, like. My brother's tribe, his dad is Mohawk. Lacrosse, they invented the game. So lacrosse on their reses is huge. Like they build stadiums on the res for lacrosse.
Oh damn!
And
Eli, do you partake? Are you world famous?
I'm not any good at it, but can you see it? Where can you see it? Will it reach? I reach it. I got a lacrosse stick. I can catch.
Shit.
I can catch,
Okay, we're gonna see you like on a trading card
me
or
and
some
Fat
shit.
T, we play catch. I can't get a goal for shit, but I can catch the ball with the lacrosse.
Bronze, okay.
Oh, so they did score bronze because I watched a game where I think they were playing Australia. So that was pretty cool. I was like, hey, I got ESPN Plus. I'll watch it for something else other than MMA.
Eli, if I find a trading card with your face on it and you doing some shit, you were like some short ass shorts and shit. No, I'm putting it on this podcast.
No, I'm not that much. I'm not that active.
Oh man. All right. Like I said, this is Comic Book Bullies where we talk about comic books. We're just gonna jump into it. And I think I got 3, you got 2. So I guess it's up to me to go first.
Yeah, you can go.
What am I going to do first? Let's just knock this out the way. Now, Gomer, the other day from This Geeks and Comics, I didn't listen to the podcast tonight. I'm listening to it tomorrow. But he made a post earlier today trashing this whole event, this Judgment Day thing, basically saying this whole thing is trash. I don't think it's trash per se. It does have some opportunity, but let's just
recycling. It could go into recycling.
Yes, yeah, recycling. It's not even
recycling.
Yeah, it's not complete shit. It's some salvageable shit in here. But yeah, let's go on with that. So let's do it. This is X number 3. A.X.E, Avengers, X-Men, and Eternals. Because we got to have a event with Eternals in it for some reason. Because it's everybody's favorite superheroes. So basically what happened, last book, Tony Stark made a god, space god. That's what he did. And he did it to try to control the Eternals because the space god controlled the Eternals. But instead, the space god went crazy and wanted to kill everybody. Gave everybody 24 hours to get their shit together or he's going to kill everybody. That's the plan. So let's get to it. So, yeah. So the space god is just like, yep, I gave you 24 hours. Get your shit together, and I'm going to start judging people. I'm going to start judging people right now. And that's when Captain America's like, no, we got to stand together. We got to blah, blah, blah. And then the space guy hears me, just like, yep, that's him. Captain America, always giving dumbass speeches. You know what? I'm going to judge him first. He's like, Captain America, since you are a symbol of America, and America is the world leader, and you represent everything this country stands for, would you agree that this country sucks? Like, this country is fucking terrible, and you're the American dream. You're the symbol of it. You're the best thing about it. So if this country sucks and you represent the country, you fail. And they're like, oh, shit. If Captain America failed the test, what the hell to mean for everybody else? Especially Tony Stark, like, oh, I damn sure ain't got a chance, And he's just like, okay, get your shit together. So, yeah, that's what's going on. So we go to it, and basically all the people around the world, are panicking and things like that because they had the space god basically calling Judgment Day. And what do we got? So, yeah, Mr. Sinister has, they got a plan. They have a plan. Tony Stark knows how to shut off the space god. He was like, if we get to this part right here and we do this thing right here, and we do that, and we reach the node, we can shut him off. And Eternal's like, yeah, no. Because if you shut off the Eternal, you shut off the Celestial, Tony, we got to kill you. You're like, wait, you got to kill me? You're like, no hard feelings. We got to kill you. Because we're hardwired to protect Celestials. So if you do anything to the Celestial that we know about it, we got to kill you to stop you. So, but then as soon as they leave the room, Fastos tells Tony, he like, look, if you can do it, don't tell us. And then it's okay. Because if we find out, we got to come after you. But if we don't know, then nothing we can do about it. He's like, okay, cool. I will find a way. Meanwhile, Mr. Sinister back to the whole time, he like, and he's telepathically talking to Destiny, on back on Krakoa. And he's telling her everything that's going on, where to know how to get to him, stuff like that. So she does like an emergency quiet council meeting. She was like, okay, Mr. Sinister is with them right now. And he's telling me how we need to get that to shut him down. So we got to shut him down. They were like, well, how can we do that? We're still fighting those eternal hex monsters. So we don't have enough people to even attack a celestial, a space god. We don't have enough people. And that's when walking through the gates, the deviants walk through the gates, the eternal enemies and shit like that. General Crow. I can't remember that dude name. Karnak, some shit. The Prodigy. I can't remember none of these people's names. But anyway, that's them. And
Calabos.
That may be his name. Jack Kirby was high as fuck when he made this shit, so I don't know. Is that a monkey? I don't know what the fuck going on. But yeah, Cyclops is like, how the hell did you deviants walk through the gates? Only mutants can walk through the gates. He's like, no, only deviants can walk through the gates. Because guess what, mutants? You're deviants. We're basically cousins. So any gates you make, we can walk through them. And guess what? Since Eternals are trying to kill you and we hate Eternals, guess whose side we're on? So guess what? You go kill the space god. We'll fight off the Eternals. And there you go. You're like, huh. I guess we got a plan. Okay. So they go do their thing. Meanwhile, that's when Selma Hayek chick, I can't remember her name. She realizes that the space guy got hacked by the X-Men. And she's like, wait, what the fuck? At first you think it's Tony. Like, Tony, what the hell you do? Like, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. And then look at Mr. Sinister. He's like, did I do that? You know, he get a little, basically, yeah, he told the X-Men how to kill the Celestials, so they realized what happened. So as soon as the Eternals know what he did, they just go into attack mode. They're like, oh, kill the mutants, you know, and they just fly off. They're gone, you know. So then the X-Men are there, and then now the Eternals are there. And it's just all I want. So we finally, 3 issues in, we finally get a Eternals versus X-Men fight. And guess what? It's 1 page. They move on to something else after that. Yeah. So Icarus ripped somebody in half, but I don't know who he ripped in half. But it's an X-Men, so it don't really matter who he ripped in half. And basically Jean Grey like, well, somebody please take this guy out. And that's when Exodus like smacks the shit out of him, like 1 punch. Like, what the fuck? So I had no idea that guy was that strong. Because Icarus is like one of the strongest guys, and he just beat the shit out of Icarus. So Jean Grey is making a beeline straight to the node, and Tony's like, no, you can't go, because if you go, there may be a fail-safe switch that the Celestial might blow up some shit and kill everybody. You know, it's like, we got to take that chance. So they get there, and Tony's like, well, let me make sure that everything's okay. He was like, okay, cool, don't worry, we're good. It's not going to blow up. It blows up. Takes out everybody, kills all the mutants, Eternals, everybody's gone, keeps blowing up, takes out like the Western Hemisphere, New York is gone, everybody's gone, you know, except it was all a dream. The Celestial did this shit on purpose to show them what would happen if the X-Men attacked them. So they're like, yeah, don't even try it, because if you do it, that's what's going to happen. So like, well, and everybody on the planet had the psychic link also, so they felt the same shit. So they realized, oh, this motherfucker's not playing. So like, okay, look, you got about half a day left. Y'all better figure this shit out, otherwise the thumb's going down, you know. So that's it. So they just like, oh shit, okay. So then Captain America's like, no, we gotta. So basically, they just gave it. They like, okay, there's nothing we can do other than just wait out judgment, just see what the Celestial says. Maybe we'll pass. That's what Captain America said. Like, maybe we'll pass, and maybe we're not all pieces of shit. And that's when Cersei's just like, I got an idea. So she goes into like the Eternal prison to free an Eternal, and the Eternal she frees is Thanos' brother, Star Fox. Now, for those who don't know who Thanos' brother is not what you think he is in your head. He's like the exact opposite of Thanos. He's like all about love and peace and shit like that. And yeah, and
he's hot.
He's hot. You remember Harry Styles was playing him in the MCU. So I don't know who that is, but apparently he's like a big thing. They redesigned Star Fox. He got like the chest hair out now. He's like more androgynous. You know, he got like some lip on, like, you know, like that. So they did some things to Star Fox. You know,
he's
so
all smooth. He's smooth now.
Yeah. That's so. And I thought they were never going to touch Star Fox again because Star Fox was problematic. But they're like, fuck it, we're just gonna do it. So. Yeah, so Star Fox is the secret, and I'm thinking what's going to happen. Star Fox, because he has superpower to make everybody fall in love. Sometimes he makes people fall in love with him, which is why he's problematic. But I think he's going to make everybody fall in love, make everybody realize what they're missing, and yeah, that's the thing. So, yeah, my thing about this story is that it feel like it's got off the rails. Oh, am I frozen? I'm frozen.
Are you? Are you frozen? I can see you.
Okay.
Can you see me?
I can see it. You're good. Okay, we're not frozen.
Okay.
And I think the story has gotten off the rails. It's supposed to be this big drag out Eternals versus X-Men, Immortals versus Immortals thing. And all of a sudden we did a swerve into 24 hours left to live. What are you going to do? Because now Spider-Man is going to have to talk to Gwen Stacy in his book. And like, what the fuck this got to do with whatever? It's like they got a bunch of ideas and they just throwing them all together. So it don't suck.
It's not
But
trash.
it's not trash, but yeah, maybe to pick up. I don't know. Maybe to pick up. I just like, why was the Eternals the X-Men fight that they advertised for this shit for the last 6 months, one page? So I don't know. Yeah, what you got next?
I'll do Detective Comics 1063.
Awesome.
And I don't know. I think I'm over it already.
All right, damn, that was quick.
So this is that Barbados shit. Remember?
Oh yeah, okay, I'm over too. Okay.
So I mean, it's kind of cool. It's like some creepy horror shit. Like Bruce Wayne has got these ancient puzzle. It's like Hellraiser. He's found like some ancient artifact box that I think opens up Barbados or leads a portal to Barbados. I don't know. But then there's like, you know, all these like gangsters and shit. They're turning into dust somehow. And then there's like this other chick. They kind of, yeah. What the hell happened? So like I think it starts off. I don't even have it. Like I don't even give a shit. Fuck it. I'm not gonna even look it up. but Harvey Dent has like been reformed. He's no longer Two-Face, but he's still got a fucked up face.
Yeah. He gets reformed like every 5 years or some shit.
Yeah, and he's got like a he's got like a Phantom of the Opera mask on, you know, just like kind of like a gold.
Oh, they didn't fix his face?
Yeah, no, they didn't fix it, but he wears like a half mask. He looks like the Phantom of the Opera, and it like starts out where they're at like I think like a jazz club and shit, and Bruce Wayne and Harvey Dent are meeting, and they're trying to figure out who's turning these like criminals into dust and shit. And then there's this new villain, rich woman villain. I can't remember her name, but her family basically owns the land that Arkham Asylum was built on. So there's some shit with that. And Bruce Wayne's having all these nightmares about demons in Barbados, and I don't know. I'm just not into it. You know, I don't know. Did they just pull out Barbados because Sandman was on TV or some shit? Like,
yeah, it's all connected. You know,
like why? Like let's turn Batman into Sandman.
Right?
It's like there's like some cult, ancient artifact shit that I don't know. Yeah. I
tracked down where Barbados came from, like the first DC comic he was in. He was in a Riddler story. So Riddler started a cult, and he was trying to resurrect Barbados. He would like sacrifice people, shit like that. They were like, "What the fuck does Riddler got to do with this?" But yeah, so
that was Grant Morrison too, right?
No, I think it was Alan Grant, the guy that passed away a while ago.
Oh, okay.
I think it was him. I think he invented Barbados.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like in the 80s or some shit.
All right.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, I mean, like it's kind of cool, but then it's like the art is cool. Like, you know, Raphael Albuquerque's art is dope. You know, and it's basically let's do a dark, like the Batman movie, the new Batman movie. Let's bring that back. Let's bring this dark, ultra noir,
gothic, and
you know, Victorian architecture. Let's bring that to. I love the look of it. It's cool. It's just I'm not feeling, you know, the whole let's rewrite the origins of Arkham and let's bring Barbados and, you know, and this new villain. I don't know. It's like a new rich family, and it's another rich family in Gotham City that has some
that's been
ties.
There for hundreds of years. Yeah, that he never knew about. And
yes, they're the secret owners of Arkham or started Arkham or some shit. And I'm just
who's writing this? Like this story?
Ram V. So
I'm not sold on this guy. I know y'all love him. I know he's like the, you know, the
horror, darkness.
Yeah,
evil and darkness. Like it has all of that. I'm just like, that's what it is. It's Barbados. I don't know. It was just a little slow. Like I like the imagery. I like that scene. Like I said, like the beginning with Harvey looks like the Phantom of the Opera and shit. You know, I was like, that's some cool imagery. I dig that. You know.
Yeah.
But I'm just like
I said, he's Two-Face, so sometimes he's good, sometimes he's bad. I get it. Yeah. I get it because Two-Face goes good all the time, and then he goes back bad again. So yeah, that's it. Yeah. That's his thing. So yeah.
And then this whole thing with this box, this puzzle box, reminded me of Hellraiser. You know, So there's elements that are cool. I'm just not feeling it, you know. And it's like I'm like, because like the last one, there was just enough mystery and intrigue to like, oh, I kind of dig this. But then it's Barbados all along. I'm like, oh, really? Okay. And then I go into this one, and it's still there's that bit of intrigue that I think is cool, but I don't know if I'm into it. You know what I mean? Because I remember I dropped Batman for a while. This is my diving back into Batman and Detective after not reading them for like a year or so.
Yeah.
And I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have jumped in yet. Maybe I'll wait for the Mark Silvestri book.
Right. That'll be next. Or I'll read Chip Zdarsky. I'll see what's going on with Chip. So yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll give it a 3 out of 5. I may or may not pick up the next issue. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Next book I'm going to do Captain America. Not that one. The other one. Sam Wilson. Oh yeah. So we've been having the reason I'm sticking with this book because of the stinger ending of the last story, where it's revealed that there's a movement about Black people moving back to Wakanda. Well, not moving back to Wakanda, but moving to Wakanda, basically migrating. And Sam has to sneak into Wakanda, signs up for the program also. So he's basically going back to Wakanda. Well, not back to Wakanda, but you know what I mean. All right. So anyway, he's in Wakanda. Let's go to it. All right. So yeah, that Falcon guy. I don't give a shit about that Falcon 2.0. So there we go. Sam. So we got Sam. He's in the Golden City. You know, all Black people from America just there. They just celebrating. They like, we're home. We made it. We're Wakanda. You know. So yeah, and then you got two guys kind of like basically Sam's trying to be undercover because he like made some fake passports and stuck his way in as undercover when he's trying to make sure that they don't see him, because basically Shuri told him, we don't want an American agent on Wakandan soil because whatever's probably going on, we will handle it. Because if we get America on our soil, y'all might start spying us and shit like that. So basically trying to sneak in, make sure everybody doesn't know it. So while Black people are celebrating, he actually, can you come with us, please? He's like, oh shit, I guess what's going on? Let me go with these guys. So he walks with them, and he think maybe Shuri wants to talk to me, privately, but it turns out it's not Shuri. It is Crossbones. It was a trap the whole time. The White Wolf set him up. Yeah, the White Wolf, he knew Sam was going to sneak into Wakanda. He was like, just wait for him, just go get him. He's like, damn. He's like, yeah, shit, this guy again. Skip this. Here we go. Yeah. So basically, Sam was just like, Crossbones like, yeah, White Wolf set you up. And he's like, who the heck is the White Wolf? Like, you don't know the White Wolf? Your buddy T'Challa never told you he had a brother? You're like, yeah, he knew everything about you before you did. He set you up. And matter of fact, those people that we were sneaking through their train, we snuck a biological agent inside of them. And guess what? Those people are here right now. So he was like, okay, so what triggers the biological agent? You want to know what triggers the biological agent? Vibranium. Anyway, he punches him. I think I'm skipping ahead, but anyway, he punches him. But at the same time, shit, this guy again. Okay. There we go. So Sam is punching Crossbones. He's just like, no, you out of your league.
Just whenever he was on the page, did you just like skip that page?
Yes.
Or did you actually read it?
No, I actually did read it. But it was like it wasn't worth reading. His story, it doesn't make no sense whatsoever. So it's just like whatever. So anyway, Crossbones kicked the shit out of Sam. He's just like, look, I've been wanting to kill me a Captain America for forever, and you'll have to do today. So he gets ready to kick the shit. He was like, because you out of your league. You can't handle me. You don't have a super soldier serum in him. You're not the real Cap. So that's when you hear him talking. He's just like, what are you talking? And that's when he gets attacked by birds. Yes, falcons. So Falcon, Captain America, Sam Wilson still has the power to talk to all birds, and they just start chomping the shit out of people. So this is a power Jeff Johns actually gave him, like back in the 90s. Some writers forget it, some remember. Anyway, they check shit out of him, and he just like, okay, get done, Crossbones. Tell me what I want to know. Otherwise, I'm gonna send these birds back on you. He's like, okay. And that's when I tell you earlier that he was just like, look, we snuck these guys into Wakanda, and they have a biological agent in them, and now their own Wakandan soil, vibranium triggers the explosion. This guy getting shit. Okay. Oh, I'm skipping ahead. And that's when you hear a big explosion. And the explosion came from, I spoiled it, Black Panther. Black Panther sees Crossbones and Sam sitting there, and Black Panther was like, "Didn't Shuri tell you not to bring your ass to Wakanda?" Well, maybe she wasn't convincing enough, so maybe I can convince you to stay your ass out of Wakanda. And the next issue, Captain America versus Black Panther. So yeah, so like I said, it's okay. The story has just enough hook to keep me coming back. Just enough. So yeah. And I'll probably get to the Steve Rogers book also, but since this one, I was like, I'll keep the hook going to see where it goes with that. So yeah.
That's better than the Black Panther, the actual Black Panther book.
Yes, it's much better than the Black Panther book. And it's in Wakanda. Oh man. So man, I didn't pick this up because you told me you read it. So
okay. You might actually, because you went back and read all a ton
yes,
of
that's the thing. Because I read the preview on Comixology and there was a lot of stuff in there. I was like, oh, they doing that.
Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah, they brought back old villains and old storylines from the original Master of Kung Fu. It even said in one of the panels, see issue whatever of Master of Kung Fu, blah 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 blah.
Which you can't because they've been removed from Marvel Unlimited. So yeah.
Motherfuckers.
Those rights,
anyway,
man.
so
those rights, yeah.
so anyways, so Shang-Chi and the 10 rings, he's got the 10 rings now. He's been trying to master them. He doesn't want to give into the darkness and become an asshole like his dad. So he's been keeping him in this security cave and in the the 5 Weapon Society's headquarters and shit. And then his old ex-girlfriend, she's an old M16 agent.
Leiko Wu, that was his Bond girl, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. And this is basically a James Bond story. Her husband got kidnapped by some supervillain, by Spectre or whoever.
Basically.
And they got to go to the lair, like Enter the Dragon. He's like a supervillain, Kane or whatever. And
he got his own private island, a bunch of death traps and shit. That guy. Okay, I remember that.
They go get him. And they got to survive a bunch of death traps and shit.
Yeah.
Fight their way through these different obstacles, and I didn't know, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die. All that shit. And he did this to lure Shang-Chi away from the headquarters, so the hand
can get the 10 ring. So he's working with the hand in this.
Yeah.
The
so
bad
the hand
guy.
goes and goes steal the 10 rings. And what's this guy's name again? Blackjack, somebody.
Oh, Blackjack shows up?
Yeah, Agent Blackjack. What the fuck is his name?
okay.
Blackjack Tar.
Blackjack Tar. So he a big dude, mustache?
Yeah, he looks like a
wrestler type guy? Yeah.
Swordmaster or whatever. He's got the
handlebar
handlebar mustache and shit.
Okay,
he's got the data or whatever and steals the 10 rings at the end. And it was all a ruse.
Wait, Blackjack stole it?
Yeah, it was all a ruse to get Shang-Chi away from the headquarters.
Blackjack is a good guy though, so he betrayed him?
I guess. He's got the rings.
Interesting.
So I mean, this was okay. It was it was just a James Bond story, a little light on the action, and kind of but it was like an homage to all those old, the older
book, because that's all those books where they were just spy stories. That's all.
Yeah,
the spy kung fu stories.
Yeah, James Bond shit. So that's what this was. I mean, I'll give it a 3 out of 5. I still dig this book, but this was a little lackluster for me. But I still dig this story. I mean, I'm still digging this series ever since they brought it back.
Yeah,
you can tell the James Bond influences, the Enter the Dragon influences, And there's a funny scene where the hand tries to break in to the 5 Weapons Society and take the rings, and they're like, you guys suck. You guys call yourself ninjas. You guys suck for ninja being ninjas. You guys make a lot of noise for being ninjas and shit. So there's some funny moments, but yeah, I mean, I'll give it a 3 out of 5. This was a little light this month. It was an the breather month, and it makes references to his old flame and all that shit.
Because I started picking up when they started referencing all those old, because all those people were in the old books. So I was like, like Blackjack, Tar, and all those people like that. And so yeah, they got her Leiko Wu's husband in the old books. He always claimed that he was James Bond's son. You know,
Okay.
whether he was or not,
Clive
we don't.
something, yeah.
Clive something. Yeah, he was like, my dad was this world famous MI6 agent. If he knew he was there, he was this ladies' man. I like, are you talking about James Bond? Like he meant like the real James Bond. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. But
But
he
yeah,
never showed
pretty
up.
cool still. You know, a little monotone this month, but I'm still on this book.
You know what? I give them an A for effort. They tried something different. You know, I mean, you can only fight superheroes and Avengers for so long. You know, do something else.
And like I said, it was a nice tribute to old Master of Kung Fu Shang-Chi history. So that was kind of cool, just to bring that old lore back, even though they sort of sworn it off. One of the things I liked about this new run is they swore that off. I was like, oh, I purposely spoke in broken English because that's what everybody expected me to, you know,
Right.
and all that shit. And they like, I'm an Avenger and I'm doing new shit now. And that past, my past is, I've left that past behind, but they brought it back for this one. And it's kind of fun, but a little, like, I'm more into, I want to get to the, you know, all these different villains and, you know, all these.
But I trust the writer. I feel like he's going to find a way to bring all it together. You know, because those old 70 books, like Shang-Chi stayed away from all the Marvel shit. He was just in his own spy world.
You know? Yeah, because those books were cringy, and this new writer, he's you can tell he's a fan. He's a fan of like Hong Kong flicks and bringing that Chinese kung fu lore into this book, which I love. So yeah, that's what I was. I'm into that. I'm into the whole. All these super villains are after the 10 rings, and he's got to like protect them and keep them away from them and shit. And but you know, so this issue is like, oh, it's a James Bond story. Take a break from that, but in the end, it's still about that. It's still about they stole the rings. So this story was just a ruse. It was just a ruse to get the rings, and now somebody's got the rings, and like, okay, well, cool. On to the next. So, yeah, pretty cool.
Okay, cool. All right. Last book I'm going to do is Fantastic Four number 46. Now, why am I reviewing this?
Yeah, why are you reviewing?
Okay, reason I'm reviewing this is because it's actually the end of Dan Slott's run. This is Dan Slott's last book with Fantastic Four. Okay. So it's kind of like a wrap up of his whole story with the Fantastic Four. So let's see what we got. We still talking about
backwards compatible.
I got my facts football game. Sorry, I had to. Please. Yes, it is back compatible still to this day. In NBA and NFL 2K5. Yes, this game. Where were we? Okay, so Fantastic Four. So this is Dan Slott's last run of the 46 issues. He's out of it. Kind of like wraps up his whole run he had with it. My thing, I always made fun of it that they call it the Fantastic Four, but look at all these assholes on this cover. Like, these are more than 4 people, but you know, but that's it. That's his run. You know,
is that Yondu back there? Who the fuck is
not
that?
Yondu? No, I'll explain who that is. That's what I'm saying. It's so many people in the Fantastic Four, like part of the family. Like this, they're basically Vin Diesel now. You know, but we'll go to it. What do we got? Okay, so like I said, Dan Slott's last run. The book starts off with a marine biologist named Joanna Jeffers, and the story is about her. So why are we talking about her? The reason we're talking about her because she just found out that she's Reed Richards' half sister. Basically, his father, Nathaniel Richards, was a Rolling Stone, and since he could travel dimensions, he spread his seed throughout through the multiverse,
throughout the universe.
Right. And so he talking to her. He's like, "Yeah, I know who you are. Yeah, you're Miss Fantastic. I know you're my half brother. I know we got to share the same dad. I don't give a shit. What are you doing here?" You're like, "Look, I want you to come with me just for 4 hours, and we need to just talk about something." She's like, "Okay, cool. Since you screwed up my job, but you're going to be doing this crazy shit, I will go with you for 4 hours to talk about whatever you want to talk about, and then after that, we're done." Because the dad just died, you know. So they fly off, and he's like, "I'm going to take you to the center of my universe." And he goes, "Yeah, to see where the new Fantastic Four building is at." And that's when she meets Sue Storm. She's like, "Yeah," and that's when they meet the rest of the family. And that's when you get all these assholes. Okay, got to break down everybody because, like I said, the Fantastic Four are not just 4 people. You got Ben Grimm, okay, Valeria, Reed's son. That's Skippy. I can't remember what the name is. Anyway, that's Thing's adopted son. That's Thing's adopted daughter. So it's a Skrull girl and a Kree boy. they adapted him in one of those adventures, and now they're just like one big happy family. That's his wife, Alicia Masters. That's Franklin Richards, most powerful motherfucker on the planet, or the universe, whatever you call it. And I think it's a regular cat. Okay, anyway.
It ain't that alien cat from Captain Marvel.
I don't think it's alien cat, but I may be wrong. I may be mistaken anyway. So anybody talking?
No Sauron? Where the fuck is Sauron?
Right, and the Savage Land or some shit. And so the kids be, Franklin and Val, they're just like, hey, Aunt Joe. And they're like, you gonna call me Aunt? You just met me. Like, we call everybody Aunt and Uncle. Look, She-Hulk is Aunt Jen, Ant-Man is Uncle Scott, and they not even related to us. You actually related to us. So of course you're Aunt Joanna. She's like, okay. So then they get this, that's not some dude, whatever. Anyway, the reason you haven't seen Human Torch, because Human Torch, remember, he slept with Dr. Doom's wife. So Dr. Doom put a curse on him where he couldn't turn off his fire. That's the story. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to get into it. It's a thing. But anyway, he can't turn off his fire. So he went to this planet to help them, help him turn off his fire. So they were like, okay, well, let's go get Johnny. And Thing's wife said, oh, you got to take the kids with you. Like, what? Yeah, take the kids with you. They want to spend time with the dad. So, okay, so the kids are coming with them, And then Reed talks to his sister, like, well, I know you said 4 hours, but you want to hop over to space with us? You're like, damn well I want to go to space with you. I'm a scientist, so of course I can't turn that down. So they go to space, they talk, and basically they talk about, the Fantastic Four's origin, where they went to space and they got hit with cosmic rays. But it turns out it's a retcon. This alien group bombarded them with extra cosmic rays that Reed didn't anticipate and got hit with. That's not the original story. The original story is Reed want to be the first dude in space. That's all. Remember, it was the 60s. So that was a new thing, So they go to the planet, they meet the people, they go there, they find Johnny, and basically the dude saying that he has a nihilist cosmic rod that can actually manipulate the cosmic rays however he wants. So I can actually turn Human Torch back to the level he was before. Because he was like, he had too much of it at the time. So now Human Torch back on. He's like, I want to say this for months. Flame off. So then he just starts hugging everybody, hugs Sue, hugs the kids, kisses Thing, said, you've been my rock the whole time, and then, hugs Reed. He's like, oh, who are you? He's like, hey, that's my sister, man. Back up, and then they talked to Thing. They were like, look, Thing, since we cured Johnny, we can cure you if you want. Shit. Yeah. And he just like, you know what? And he talks to his son. He's like, should I do it? He was like, no, I like how you are. He's like, you know what? Why don't you be how I am? I'm good. And that's it. Yeah.
That's a cool panel. That's a cool panel.
Yeah, it's a cool panel. But he just said with his son, he like me. My son likes me the way I am.
Ben smiling.
Yeah. Blue eyes, all the stuff like that, So anyway, Johnny Storm drama, I don't give a shit about. Moving past that. We go to space. They're back in space. And then Reed is telling his sister, he was like, I know I said I'm going to take you back, but I didn't tell you the whole thing. We got to go to another dimension to meet our other brothers and sisters. Like, what the fuck? How many are there? Oh, like I told you, our dad, he got around.
Council of brothers and sisters.
Right. So they meet his other brother and sister, his brother Arthur, who's a cyborg cowboy, and his sister Huntara, who's a winged Amazon. And basically just like they didn't know that their dad was dead. So he basically telling them their dad was dead. He was like, and dad wanted us to get together one time, all of us, to be a family. He was like,
a cowboy Reed?
Well, no, it's not a cowboy because it's his brother, so it's not really Reed. It's a guy.
Okay, it's his brother.
But it's his brother.
A space cowboy.
Yeah. Whatever. So, but the thing is, they don't even believe that he's dead. Like, okay, Reed, did you see the body? They're like, well, nah, okay, then he ain't dead. So what the fuck we doing here? They're like, nah, he's dead. Nah, he ain't dead. So you get the fuck up out of here. So they have like all of them have a strained relationship. And she's like, okay, now will you take me back? Because I didn't give a shit about my dad. He left me when I was 5. And I didn't give a shit about any of his kids either, especially you, So they were like, look, the reason I got you here with me is because I was supposed to die today. And I wanted to make sure I saw you before, just in case that happened. You're like, what? Yeah. So he goes, and they basically took the family, and they just stare in space in the universe, like the universe that Franklin helped make. So you got all the kids, you got Franklin, you got Val, you got Thing, you got blah blah, all the family. And that's when Reed talks to Joanna. He's like, look, this is my family, and if you want to be a part of it, you could. Would you like to be a part of my family? She's like, no, take me home. So he's like, so they get ready to go home. They go, but then they get hit by some other crazy cosmic rays and shit like that. And Joanna didn't get bubbled.
No.
and not this time. But she gets knocked out. So she passes out. And when she wakes up, the Fantastic Four is in the middle of a fight. You know, she's like, how long have you been out? You've been out for a minute. We got attacked by some dude named Psycho Man. Reed Richards got attacked, caught a full blast of Psycho Man's power, which he has the powers to like amplify all your anger, rage, hatred. So Reed is out. He's down for the count. So I need you to watch your brother while we go fight this psycho. So like, what do you mean? I'm not watching Reed. I don't even know Reed. Like, just watch him because you can't fight with us. So you just stay there. So while she's watching Reed wakes up and tells her, I hate you. You know, she's like, wait, what? Yeah, I hate you. I hate all you. I hate all my brothers. I hate you, that cyborg cowboy, that Amazon. I hate all of you.
That's the Reed that I know.
Right. She's like, how the hell you hate me? You don't even know me. Reason I hate all of you is because my dad left me to go make all of you because I wasn't enough for him. So if I was more of what my dad wanted, he would have stayed. You know, she's like, what the fuck you talking about? First off, Reed, do you know who you are? You were his favorite. Yes, he left you to go make us, but guess what? He came back to you. I didn't see that bastard after I was 5 years old. But he came back for. So obviously he loved you more than he loved us. So really, I should hate you, but I don't. I hate him. And Reed like, you know what? Now I think, yeah, I kind of feel like you feel. You know. So she's like, so say it with me. Our dad was an asshole. And Reed says it. Yes, our dad was an asshole. She's like, yes, I finally made Mr. Fantastic curse. You know. So they have, yeah, you know, they had like a little sister brother moment, you know. And then while they fighting and shit like that, they beat Psycho Man, you know, they beat him. And then they find out what was powering him. What was powering him was Molecule Man. They haven't seen Molecule Man since the first issue. They've been looking for him since then. They're like, Molecule Man, how the hell you get here? Like, remember the first issue when that chick like blew me up and destroyed me?
Panel 7.
Yeah, like whatever
4.
it was. Yeah, because you know he can break the fourth walls like that. So he like, she blew me up but left one molecule. So I packed all my stuff into one molecule and went to the Subatomic verse. So yes, I'm literally a molecule man because I'm just a molecule. So she's like, so can I come back with you? She's like, yeah, you can come back with us. And so, and then that's when Joanna's like, okay, look, Reed, I'm coming aboard. I'm having fun with your family, but I want to bring you to my world. And she goes to her world and basically says what she does all the time. Like she's into microbiology, marine biology, and she basically like studying the fish to see how they swim because if they get off track, then it means something's wrong with the ecosystem. And Reed is just like explaining it to her, and she like, you're not making fun of me, you're not talking down to me, are you, Reed? She's like, no, I'm really interested in it. I want to help you out doing this. We're gonna sit here and we're gonna study the fish and study the stream and see how the ecosystem go. And plus, I just want to fish with my sister. She's like, you know what? We got to do this more often. You're like, yeah, we should. The end. So it was a heartfelt story, man. I kind of like the story. It was making the feel good moments, you know. And really, that's what Fantastic Four is supposed to be. It's family. That's all about, you know, like the supervillains that show up, that they're there, but they really don't matter. It's really about Reed and his family, you know. Mm-hmm. So yeah, but like I said, this book is getting out of control. Reed's family, Thing's family, Reed's family's family, all that shit like that. So yeah, but I like it. Like I said, I'm gonna go back and read Jan Slice's entire run. I know Gomer hates it, whatever like that, because it's not Hickman and it's not, you know, setting the Marvel Universe on fire. I just want to just read a fun, goofy story. You know, nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
Yeah, they were. So, was it Comics Cast? They were shitting on it.
Yeah, they were shitting on it. They was shitting on it. They were like, because Dan Slott was trolling, because I think like the first 2 issues, Fantastic Four wasn't even in it. So they're just like, oh, fuck this book. Yeah. But he was trolling for a reason. Yeah. He was doing it on purpose, you know. And so yeah. But yeah, anything else we got or?
No, I'm good. I mean, I read that new Ninja Turtles and Shaolin Cowboy, but I don't need to talk about them. I mean, the Ninja Turtles, like, that needs to start. It's still a build up to this big event. So it's still building up. And that's what this new one was. It's just Shredder going around collecting all the memories of his enemies to figure out how to beat him for the Armageddon game or whatever it's called. So that Armageddon game number 1 for real is the next issue.
So everything was just preludes. Okay.
This is all prelude up to that, and 30 pages, like big books about stuff that ain't the like the Ninja Turtles weren't even in it. I don't think, like maybe one panel.
They're trolling you. Okay.
yeah, well, fuck that shit. Who wrote this? Dan Slott knows.
Oh man, if you listen this long, definitely like, share, subscribe. Like I said, we have other podcasts. We have the Geeks and Comics. I don't know who else is on the Outright Geekery page, but if you are, shout out to you. Follow us. Oh, Eli, did you see I get an Xbox One X?
No, you got an One X?
X, yeah, I got one. I bought
the one
one
that plays the discs?
Yeah, that one. I bought it like 2 weeks ago. The reason I
okay.
didn't say anything because I was going to return it, and then I played it. And I was like, you know what? I kind of like it. I think I'll keep it. So I've been playing.
Well, I got
Ninja
the
Gaiden.
S.
Yeah.
I got the one with that doesn't play the discs. So
yeah, and S is pretty good too. But I wanted to, go all out, so I just blew money on it, stuff like that. So I'm streaming. Streaming right now. I'm playing Ninja Gaiden right now. I forgot how hard the game is. I'm getting my ass kicked. Shout out to the commenters. Telling me I suck. But look, it's a hard fucking game, man. This ain't that. So of course I'm going to die a bunch of times. I ain't played in a while. So yeah. So follow us next week. We'll talk about something will happen. We'll talk about it. We'll probably talk about stuff I want to talk about this week, but didn't get a chance to talk about. So I'll talk about it next week. We'll see how it goes. Until then, this is Leroy.
This is Eli.
We'll talk to you guys next week. Same bullet time, same bullet channel.
Music. I am New York. If you ain't with us, Khaled, tell them the rest. Another one. Yeah. DJ Khaled. I'm B.I.G. Prodigy, DMX and Pun. Killing niggas for fun. Nothing iller than sun. I'ma be collecting this money long as it come. If I'm behind the barrel, then you in front of the gun. I'm the bullet that struck your limbs. I'm white Air Force Ones. I'm construction Timbs. I'ma do whatever it takes, just enough to win. I'm the one that your man told you not to fuck with him. I'm the single parent household with nothing in the refrigerator. Pissy staircases, smell like the incinerator. Grandma in the back, hooked up to the ventilator. Trying to chip in to see if we could get some dinner later. In front of the building with a clip full, garbage piled up, rat size of pit bulls. Either getting money or you aren't. Couple parolees, couple niggas with warrants. Couple of hoopties, couple niggas with foreigns. Making a movie, a couple niggas is starring. Yeah, but it's just a segment. Somebody got somebody's sister pregnant. Dice game, somebody lose, somebody win. Somebody coming home, somebody is going in. Everybody about that action, we don't do talk. You already know what it is. This is New York.